James Earl Jones and Hugh Cronin star in the untold story of Santa and Pete, CBS Sunday.
Is it cold out there or what?
Something to warm you up?
Yeah, I'll have a ham and cheese omelet and a coffee. Oh, that stays, actually.
Having company?
A friend of mine's addicted to the muffins. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Work your magic.
Abigail?
Nothing yet. I don't see anyone.
Hope your mother didn't have any trouble finding a cab.
No, this is actually the first time I wanted her to be late.
So you can spend more time with the horses, huh?
Oh, and you guys. Being able to meet you and liking you and you liking me, it's been a dream in itself. And then the fact that we're so alike with horses and everything is just so unbelievable.
No, that's true. And I'm the one who lucked out here. I mean, having a daughter who rides, come on. I don't want too much more time to pass before you bring this young lady down to visit my ranch in Waco. So you can give my quarter horses a workout.
Oh, I'd love to come visit.
And I think you'd really like full in time.
You think your mom will let you go?
Oh, yeah, she's really cool about my Oakdale family. Yeah.
Must be Diana.
I'll get it. Can't wait to come to Texas. That'll be so much fun.
Hi, I can't stay long. I've got a million things to do at home.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was wonderful, but it's my first without Abigail. I didn't know I'd miss her so much.
Mom, hi. This is Cal, Lily's grandfather.
Hello, you've raised a wonderful daughter.
Pleasure to meet you. Yes, we're very proud of Abigail. You got all your stuff ready, honey?
Just about. I left my riding boots in the tack room.
Don't worry about them. They'll be here when you come back.
Maybe you better run and get them.
But, why?
Is everything all right?
What's wrong, Mom?
Well, it may be some time before you can visit again.
You know that she's welcome to come here anytime.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but she may not be able to visit again for a little while.
Why?
Well, honey, I was going to tell you the good news on the way home, but you remember that promotion that your dad was up for?
Yeah.
Well, he got it. We just found out.
So this means that you'll be moving.
Mm-hmm.
To where?
Overseas. We're leaving the country just as soon as it can be arranged.
Oh, hey, hi. Well, you're up and at 'em pretty early, huh?
Yeah, well, somebody better be, because we don't have a minute to waste.
What?
The judge denied my request for a continuance. This thing's gonna go to trial next week.
Next week. I guess I just kind of got used to playing mom to Casey here. I managed to forget all about it.
Yeah, well, the good news is I think I have the key to our defense strategy.
All right, what is it? I'm game.
Well, we're gonna take away Jessica's sting. We're gonna convince the jury that the prosecution's theory about an affair between you and Wallace is untrue, unbelievable, and unsubstantiated. Piece of cake.
Jake? Jake? Jake, are you awake? Come on, Jake, wake up. Are you alive? Oh, God, please be alive. I really don't think I can handle 2 corpses in one weekend. Jake!
I'll tell you something. You poke me one more time, they're gonna nickname you Lefty.
Well, I am sorry. I mean, you were hardly breathing, and then you stopped snoring. I thought you were dead.
Don't snore.
Oh, really?
Oh, you want to listen to somebody snoring? You gotta listen to yourself sometime. How long have you been up, anyway?
Forever.
All night. What? Dead Fred still got you spooked?
Oh, well, call me crazy, but holidays with my mother are starting to look really great after spending Thanksgiving entombed with a corpse. And then there's that dead body over there.
Oh, ha ha. Yeah, Dead Fred. Wound up just like the rest of Mr. Wallace's cronies. Who says there's no justice? I guess almost blown us to smithereens on that boat. Somebody didn't give him extra credit points.
Oh, I really don't care. I just want to go home. I want my bed. I want a shower. I want real food. I can't take one more minute of this.
Tell you something, I could do a lot better for company myself. But since your phone doesn't work and you can't figure out a way to dig us out or any other way to get us out of here, I guess we're stuck.
Maybe I can. When in distress, send out an alarm, right?
No! Listen, let me ask you a question. You want to wind up with a body bag? You pull that thing, we might never get out of here alive. You don't want to get the wrong person's attention here. I don't think you were supposed to find your friend Fred dead.
Oh, he was not my friend, and I hate you sometimes.
Only sometimes?
What are we gonna do if we run out of tuna? Huh? We could die in this hellhole.
We're gonna get out of here.
When?
Today. Okay, maybe not today, but we'll get out of here tomorrow. And in fact, we're gonna get out of here.
You swear?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I am gonna go powder my nose. Do not pull that alarm, okay? Do not send up a smoke signal. You sit!
Oh, you are a real idiot. You know that? What the hell am I gonna do, huh?
It's not about the longest hair.
Or the straightest hair. It's about the best your hair
Can
be.
Pantene, the best pro-vitamin technology to take the hair you have
And turn it into the hair you love.
Pantene, the power of health.
The power of Pro-V.
The power of you.
Love your hair, Pantene.
All right, what do you think?
That's it.
Honey, you look good.
That is the one.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
You've been dieting.
Oh, what size is this? It's a dry clean only.
Oh, honey, put it back and walk away.
Tired of passing up the clothes you want just because they're dry clean only? Introducing Dry Out. Care for dry clean only clothes comes home. Just use the stain remover. Slip your sweaters, skirts, even jackets into the reusable bag. Drop in a moist Dry Out cloth. Pop in your household dryer for 30 minutes. Dry Out gently helps clean and freshen your dry clean only clothes right at home. So pick up a new habit and buy the clothes you really want to wear. New Dry Out. Suddenly dry clean only? Isn't.
The Sprint store at Radio Shack was a great idea for holiday shopping.
Only at Radio Shack, when you give any Sprint PCS phone, you'll get gifts too. $30 back by mail and a free Astro Millennium Countdown clock ornament. The Sprint store at Radio Shack.
It's a different kind of skin. The delicate skin around the eye. L'Oreal's Revitalift Eye smooths with double the Pro-Retinol A. Firms, too. You're just 6 hours away from more beautiful eyes. L'Oreal's Revitalift Eye, because I'm worth it.
It's not really a bad place. I mean, it's not exactly the Four Seasons, but if you're gonna get locked away, it might as well be. Hey, Lindsay.
Julia.
Jake, we have company. Of the breathing variety.
Right. And who are you? What do you want?
I want you to do what I tell you to do. Now step out and put your hands up.
Okay, look, why don't you just let the girl go, okay? Because we don't want any trouble, all right?
What do you know? You found it.
Okay, you must be the foreman or something. We really appreciate you opening the door, and we're just gonna be right on our way.
No, you're not going anywhere. Who wants to tell me what you're doing here?
Well, who wants to know?
I do. Now I want to know what you want and what you're doing here.
Jake, tell him.
Look, we're just, we were reporters, and we were working on this story, and we got locked in this place right here. You know Alec Wallace?
I'm familiar with the name.
Well, we know he rented this place, and we just questioned his why.
And you think I have the answers? Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here. You'd have better luck throwing a seance for the man. Don't you know Newspaper Man? He's dead.
So is my wife. Wallace left a line of corpses a mile long. Somebody's got some answers, and I suggest you cooperate. Otherwise, I will stick you at the end of the line, and believe me, it would make my day.
So I don't know what Jessica's main argument is going to be, but if I were leading this case against a person in your position, I would label it a crime of revenge and passion, because we have the truth on our side. irrefutable proof that you were working undercover and reporting directly to Lieutenant Hal Munson, who had chosen you specifically for this job because of your reputation as a cop, someone who could get the job done.
Yeah, until I was suspended.
No, part of the strategy. See, distance yourself from the force, gain Alec Wallace's trust. You see, we could prove that you weren't emotionally involved or physically involved, that you weren't sleeping with the guy.
I really need a cup of coffee. I'm gonna make coffee. You want coffee?
Yeah, sure. You see, you only went to the hotel that night for one specific reason, to gain information on a man that you suspected of murder and an attempted murder on your husband. So while you were planning the listening device, Alec Wallace walks in and surprises you, catches you red-handed, and that's when he realizes that you are still a cop. So he drugs you. And before he can avenge himself on you by doing God knows what, one of his other enemies walks in and puts a bullet in him and leaves you there to take the fall.
Yeah, but who?
Well, you see, all we have to do is prove that you didn't have anything to do with it. We don't have to prove who did. We take away the prosecution's theory that there was an affair going on, and then you have no motive. I mean, no reason to shoot him, and Jessica's case falls apart. It's as simple as that.
You're moving overseas? Where are you going?
Saudi Arabia. My husband, Mitch, has been transferred to the office there by his company in the Middle East.
Well, what kind of work does your husband do?
He's a geologist for an oil company.
He's been going back and forth for a few months, but you're acting like this is a done deal. Family conference and everything first, right? I mean, he hasn't actually accepted, has he?
Abigail, sweetie, let's discuss this later.
Well, just getting to know each other here, though.
Well, it isn't that far away.
It's on the other side of the world.
Which outfit does your husband work for? Because I know them all. I could just make a few calls. We can set this thing to rights. I mean, there's no sense in uprooting a family and sticking them out in the middle of Saudi Arabia.
This isn't a hardship case. This is a wonderful opportunity for my husband, and we've been looking forward to this move.
We have not.
Sweetie, we talked about this. About the international school that you'll be going to, all the traveling that we can do, all the horses you can ride. I'd have loved to have an opportunity like this when I was your age.
But I'm not you.
Well, I understand that, sweetie.
What if I don't want to go? I mean, it's always hot there, and teenagers can do less than nothing. And if you're a girl, well, then just forget it. What opportunities am I going to have?
Abigail.
The chance to leave all my friends, my home and my school, everything I know, including my birth parents, to go on the other side of the world and have nothing. Terrific, Mom.
That's not true. And you'll never lose your birth parents. Tell her, Holden.
I'm not going. You can't make me go.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
I never do.
I think we'd better go home.
No.
Abigail, please don't make a scene. Not now. We'll discuss this later.
I'm not going. I won't go!
Abigail! I'm really sorry about this.
We understand.
She probably went out to the stables. It's right behind the house, if you want to go find her.
A new way to look at everything on health.com.
I am a Pokemon master. I have captured all 150 types of monsters. I have come prepared to do battle with Pikachu, Mewtwo, Bulbasaur.
Burger King is a mile down the road on the right.
Thanks, mister.
Must be Tuesday.
Yep.
Every Tuesday night is Pokemon Trading Night. Bring your kids in for a tasty Burger King Big Kids Meal dinner and let them trade their cards and toys. It makes a parent's life a little easier, not to mention have Pokemon traders. Pokemon and the Burger King Big Kids Meal. Come and catch them all.
Sometimes it's hard for him to breathe.
I used to use an inhaler to help, but recently my doctor switched me to a nebulizer.
His doctor said it would be better for him. And it's covered by Medicare. That makes life easier for us.
We found something else that makes life a lot easier. Liberty Medical.
If you use a nebulizer or inhaler to help you breathe and are covered by Medicare, Liberty Medical can make life easier for you, too.
Liberty Medical delivers all his medications right to our door.
And they bill Medicare and our insurance company. We have no upfront costs and no forms to fill out.
Now we have more time for us.
If you're 65 or older, have emphysema, chronic bronchitis, or asthma, and are covered by Medicare, call the number on your screen for more information about home delivery of nebulizers and respiratory medications from Liberty Medical.
Who wouldn't want more time for the fun things in life?
Mr. Mullen.
Sorry. A new way to look at everything on health.com.
Friday's Late Show is pretty stupid.
The dogs bring Daddy a beer.
Tonight, don't miss Barbara Walters, then catch Craig.
All the way to Saudi Arabia?
It's her husband's job. It's like Diana said, they really don't have a choice.
The hell they don't. There's always more than one way to do a job. I'm gonna go pay the cab. Thanks, Cal.
This is just gonna kill Molly, too. Just when we're starting to catch up on all those years we missed, this happens.
It's like losing hope all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Holden, it's not forever. Really, Abigail will come to visit.
From halfway around the world?
Look, she belongs with her family right now. And you belong with yours. Come on, we're just starting to... It's over. You have this great work with the horses. You're working at the station. You have two beautiful children who need you right now.
Lily, you know that you guys mean the world to me, okay? But...
Hey, look, I know this is hard to accept right now, but maybe it's for the best, and there's really nothing that we can do about it.
Cal's right. There's got to be some other way around this. What if Abigail came to school here in Oakdale? What if she was to come live with us?
That's a very generous offer, and it's a huge commitment. I don't know if Diana and Mitch are going to accept that.
Lily, she could go to school here. She wouldn't be all that far away from her friends, and she wouldn't feel like she's losing out on anything.
Except her parents.
She has me and Molly. And you. Lily, look, if she leaves now, I will lose the chance to be an important part of her life, to really get to know her.
But you already are an important part of her life, and you always will be.
You're acting like you don't want her to stay here with us.
Look, if you can get Abigail's parents to agree, let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're not going to regret this.
Honey. Oh, we've talked about moving so many times. And your dad's been in Saudi Arabia so much lately. I just assumed that you knew that there was more than a good chance we'd move.
Everything will change. How can I leave now when things are starting to make sense?
Is this all because of Holden and Molly?
And me. I mean, I never knew where I came from. And finally I meet them. And I actually feel that I belong. And now I have to give it all up?
Sweetie, we'll stay in touch with Holden and Molly. The world's a lot smaller than you think.
It's not small enough.
Honey, it's not forever. It's 3 years.
3 years? That is forever. By then I could lose them all.
Oh, well, that's not true. Holden and Molly would never.
It's not just Holden and Molly. It's other people.
Who? Abigail, who are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
Abigail?
Come on. You're supposed to bring me luck.
Refill, or you want your check?
Nah, I might as well just take the check. Hey, can I borrow your pen? I'm just gonna leave a note for the girl I'm supposed to meet. Thanks. Daisy. Dear, Daisy. Dearest. Dearest? No.
Sorry for your loss. But if you put your hands on me again, we're gonna have trouble.
You show me some respect, you'll get the same.
Right. So if I understand correctly, you're Jake McKinnon. Oh, I follow the news. You think Wallace had something to do with your wife's death?
I know he did. I just need to prove it.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit. The man always went too far.
How do you know, Alec?
We had a professional relationship. And there's an important lesson here. I don't ask questions. Life is a lot simpler and lasts a lot longer that way.
Okay. You know, don't get us wrong here. We're really glad that you showed up, but what are you doing here?
You might say I'm chief of the removal crew.
Was that right? Well, you might want to start right over here.
That son of a... Who is it?
Well, we think it's a bartender from Evanston. Worked with Alec.
Just like Wallace to leave a stink on my hands. Damn. Like I said, never cared for the man.
Do you know anything about this?
Now, do I look like the kind of guy who'd leave a stiff lying around?
I never judge a book by its cover.
Smart lady. No, this is dirty stuff. Keeping souvenirs is...
You know something, maybe we can go someplace, sit down.
I don't think so. I have a call to make. And, unless you two want to get arrested for trespassing, I suggest you get the hell out of here. Now.
Deep in the soul of every man rides a legend. And at any given moment, he can set it free. Stetson, cologne for men. The attraction is legendary.
Vanilla Fields. Only nature could inspire so perfect a fragrance. And now, April Fields, nature's freshest inspiration.
Why is Lysol spray the best way to help protect your home? Because of what it does, kills odor-causing germs on soft surfaces, and what it doesn't do, permanently stain certain fabrics like Clorox spray does. That's why nothing beats Lysol.
When I was 9 months pregnant, my husband beat me. One night, he came after me with a knife and barely missed our son. I left. My kids and I ended up at a shelter. I realized it wasn't my fault. Women are beaten every day, and if we stayed, I knew he would hurt my daughter.
All across the country, battered women and children are starting new lives. Thanks in part to Philip Morris, one of the largest supporters of programs that feed, shelter, and counsel victims of domestic violence.
But what frightened me most was that if we stayed, I was putting my son at risk of becoming a batterer himself. I grew up in a very loving home. My kids deserve to grow up in one too.
Working to make a difference. The people of Philip Morris.
CBS Tonight. Did this mother murder her son?
I didn't hurt Sam.
Is she fit to keep her daughter?
She hit her older girl.
One attorney believes in her innocence.
You want me to size up every client, see who's naughty and who's nice? That's not being a lawyer. That's being God.
And he holds her family's fate in his hands.
I'm gonna lose her, aren't I?
Family Law, CBS Tonight.
Tuesday on 60 Minutes 2. Can you trust the tests in Consumer Reports?
Celebrate the CBS 12 Days of Christmas with one reindeer who isn't afraid to work overtime for Santa.
Ready, Rudolph? Ready, Santa.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, CBS Wednesday.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'd just been looking at your horses. Everything that Mitch and I couldn't provide for Abigail. I can sure see why she loves it here.
We would never use the horses to gain Abigail's affections. I promise you that.
Oh, no, of course not. Even if you tried. Well, you see how stubborn she is. Once she makes up her mind.
Where'd she go?
I assumed that she went to see you.
No, she hasn't been back to the house.
This is so unlike her. Right before she ran out, she said something about not wanting to lose either of you or Molly, and then she alluded to someone else. Do either of you know of any other person she could have meant?
Daisy.
Christopher, I was hoping you'd be here.
Well, we must be on the same wavelength.
What's all this?
That's just... Oh, I was just trying to write you a little note. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm great.
It's funny to be crying while you're great.
It's so cold outside, my eyes water.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, I never had so much to be thankful for. And yours?
I spent most of it thinking about you.
Stop.
And I was hoping I would run into you, and then today I thought, you know what? She's gonna be at Al's. And when I see her, I'm gonna do anything and everything in my power to get her to stay longer. Will you please?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong? What is it? We can have fun later. I mean, we can spend more time together when you come back.
This may be the last time that we ever see each other, Christopher.
You can't be serious.
My dad got a promotion and we're moving to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia? No. No way. You can't do this right now. I mean, no way.
If you need assistance vacating the premises, that can be arranged. I don't like repeating myself.
Had that feeling.
So the man's not as slow as he looks.
You want me to leave? I'll leave. Maybe you could help me out with a name.
You don't need to know my name, Mr. McKinnon. Now, I suggest...
Let's just go, now.
What about Wallace's associates? What about their names? I mean, how they all came to work together. Who was the big kahuna when they pulled this job off? Anything, please.
Why don't you take your friend home before he gets in more trouble than he bargained for?
Jake, I think that we have taken up plenty of this nice man's time.
I know your type.
You don't know a damn thing about me.
No, I do. Let me tell you something. I am not new here. I have seen things. I know people. You're probably the kind of guy that gave Alec the drugs that he gave Margot in the first place.
I said, man, you don't know a damn thing. You keep pushing me looking for a reaction? Is this the reaction you're looking for? I don't use drugs, I don't deal drugs, and I take serious offense to anyone who suggests it. And when I take offense, things happen. Bad things. Understand?
Okay, counselor, where do we begin?
I'm going to play prosecutor and cross-examiner, and I don't want any surprises.
Listen,
Detective
Tom,
Hughes, you've sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth?
Yes.
There's been testimony that you were a frequent visitor to Alec Wallace's hotel suite. Is that true?
Yes.
Were you an overnight guest?
No, I never stayed there.
But you were invited to stay for romantic reasons.
I always refused because I have a very young son at home and I didn't want to leave him.
That's good. Yet you did go with Mr. Wallace to his lakefront cabin, yes?
I followed him there because I was working undercover.
You know what? I would just stay away from that word because it conjures up a picture in the jury's mind. So, you spent the night with him that night, didn't you?
Yes,
But you've already testified that you never spent the night, so which is true?
Well, if you recall, there was a very bad storm that night and the roads were washed out and I had car trouble.
Yeah, and the lights were out.
Yes.
But was there any romantic activity?
Sometimes when you're working an investigation,
Detective
you have
Hughes, was there any sexual
I
contact?
did not sleep with Alec Wallace. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow.
Hey, it's okay. I'm sorry. I wish we didn't have to do this. I know it's not easy, and I know it's not fun, but hey, it's better that you blow up with me here than on the witness stand. Just kind of be aware of the questions and have your answers ready. Because apparently the DA's office has spent the holiday interviewing witnesses so they know where you were and who you were with and what you were doing.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
In fact, they even dug up some information I wasn't aware of.
Like what?
Like the night you and Alex shared a hotel room in Chicago. Care to enlighten me?
Ho, ho, ho.
It's Sears Portrait Studio's holiday sale with new portrait backgrounds and a holiday price, only $6.95 a sheet. Choose from new holiday backgrounds too, like Toy Story 2 from Disney and Pixar's new movie. Or this new classic family background. Plus, this portrait ornament's free. For holiday portraits, only $6.95. Hurry in to Sears Holiday Sale.
Go, go, go!
Only at Sears Portrait Studio.
With new Palmolive Spring Sensations.
Spring is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Botanical blends, so fresh.
It's springtime every time you do dishes.
New Palmolive Spring Sensations.
Spring is in the air.
Live the adventure. Live the romance. Live the life. Aspen Cologne for Men. And now Aspen Sensation for women.
I'm feeling special. Got a warm, sunny glow.
Introducing a Summer's Eve made just for you. New Summer's Eve Lubricating Jelly, a personal lubricant developed by a gynecologist with natural lubricants and pH balanced to address your most intimate needs.
Everything's going my way.
Summer's Eve. Enjoy being a woman.
In this highly technological world, it's nice to know there's still one thing moms can trust to work exactly the way they expect it to, time after time. Doctor recommended Robitussin for fast, soothing relief for coughs. Wouldn't it be great if everything worked as well? Robitussin, recommended by doctors, pharmacists, and Dr. Mom.
Carrie Whitman thought she knew her husband.
Happy anniversary.
Until a plane crash revealed his secret life.
He was traveling with a woman.
And the daughter he kept hidden.
How are we gonna get past this?
We're not.
Now, can she forgive her husband's betrayal?
You made a baby with her.
Touched by an Angel's Roma Downey, The Test of Love, CBS Wednesday.
They're Southern California's dinosaurs. Buildings experts say will collapse in a major earthquake. Hundreds of structures, even thousands. Find out why these buildings may be a jolt away from falling down. Special assignment today at 5 on CBS 2 News.
For an in-depth look at the week's financial activities, watch CBS Market Watch Weekend this Sunday on CBS 2. Check your local listings. Sponsored by Fidelity.
Interest in the Yellow Pages falling? Now there's something better. Switchboard.com, a free directory powered by the internet. It's business listings, it's people search, it's maps and directions, locally and nationally. So before you pick up a Yellow Pages, drop in on us instead. Switchboard.com. Think outside the book.
Hey, football fans, find out how you can win a Dodge Ram or Dodge Durango by playing CBS 2's Big Return Sweepstakes. Just go into any participating Carl's Jr. and pick up an entry form. Then watch Sports Central after the big game to see if you're a winner. The Big Return Sweepstakes, only on CBS 2.
The CBS 2 Toy Drive is on right now.
And it's your chance to be someone's special Santa.
Just look for these giving trees at Macy's for details, now through December 21st.
For television's most inspirational drama, the address is CBS.
The Chicago Regency Hotel. You and Alec Wallace. Whose idea was it to hook up?
It wasn't a hookup. It wasn't a romantic tryst.
But you were there together.
He followed me. He had to have followed me because nobody knew that I was going there.
So what was the purpose of his visit?
He wanted to tell me about his past, about crimes that he had committed a long time ago.
That the deceased had grown to trust you, and your ruse as friend and employee was working.
Apparently, yes, apparently.
So you had proof that he was a criminal. Why didn't you arrest him?
Because the statute of limitations had run out and there was no way to prosecute.
And you relayed all this information to Lieutenant Munson?
As soon as I got back to town, yes.
So how long did Mr. Wallace stay in your hotel room that night?
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't watching the clock.
Whoa. Time out, Margot. What's going on here? Is there something that you're not telling me?
And that's all we know about it.
But I'm sure if you have any more questions, our friend here will be a little bit more forthcoming.
He's already been a big help.
So, are you done with us here, officer? Because I really need to get out of these clothes and into a nice hot shower.
Yeah, you're free to go. Hold up. These were in the deceased's pocket.
Red pills, medication.
You two know anything about this?
Okay, listen, I mean, the last thing that crossed our minds on Thanksgiving Day was to go digging through a dead guy's pants.
Could have been a sideline, supplying his barflies with knockout drugs to help him score. If we need more from you, we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you, officers. Come on, let's go before he changes his mind. I'm starving.
1 minute, excuse me. This would be a lot easier if I knew your name. Mr. Isaac, what I said earlier about the drugs, I don't apologize much, but...
Right.
Did Alec ever ask you for any pharmaceuticals? Mickeys, roofies, anything like that?
What do you know about him? You looking to get in pretty tight with your lady friend over there?
What's a roofie?
Commonly known as the date rape drug. 1 dose, a lady loses consciousness, her self-control, and once the drug is out of your body, your memory's wiped clean.
Rufinol. I've heard of that.
So did Alec. I'm sure that's the same stash that was given to Margot.
And that's why she doesn't remember what went down in the hotel room that night.
Who else had access to this place?
I look like a library to you? I told you, I don't have what you're looking for.
And Alec's dead, right? Due to some convoluted paper trail, this place belongs to him. Bet you're looking for a job. Bet $100 grand would come in really hot.
Jake, come on.
You think you're funny, man.
No, I think I'm $100,000 serious.
And those would be?
Bearer bonds.
Bearer bonds. Good to whoever's bearing them. Could be yours, my friend.
They have this incredible international school there. Everybody goes there, the sons and daughters of diplomats and royalty. And then there's all the horses. I'll be able to ride practically any time I want. And you realize this would be a lot easier if you weren't staring at me like that.
I'm just trying to memorize your face.
Don't say things like that.
But you want me to pretend that everything's gonna be fine, like you're doing?
You're not making this any easier, Christopher.
It's supposed to be easy to say goodbye to someone when you care about them a lot? What, do you want to leave?
Of course not. But what can I do? It's not fair. I finally have everything I ever wanted.
And dreamed of.
Now it's all being taken away. I just wish we had more time.
I mean, this is how it was supposed to end up between us. I see you in my dreams for months, and then you walk into my life and now you're gone? Just like that? I mean, how could it end up like this?
What can I do?
You could sneak me in your carry-on, maybe. Oh, I guess they would, you'd get busted in customs.
My parents would just love that. I'd be grounded for life. Which is what living like there's gonna be without everybody here.
I could sneak you into my house, and then once everyone stopped looking for you...
That's crazy.
I know. It is. I mean, who would stop looking for you? I know that I couldn't. I mean, now that I found you, How am I supposed to let you go?
It's not that I'm against her having more contact with this part of her family, but obviously it doesn't seem like the right time to go forging a new relationship.
What if we came up with another option here?
What option?
Instead of taking Abigail away from her home and making her adjust to a completely foreign way of life while she's still in high school, what if she stayed here in Oakdale with us?
Well, that's a very generous offer, I'm sure, but you're asking me to give up my child.
No, that's not what I mean at all. We care about Abigail. We want her to be happy.
Wherever she is.
And we would love to have her here. Will you at least consider it?
I'll keep it in mind. There's so much to think about.
Oh, we understand. We do.
Will you talk to your husband about it?
Honestly, Holden, I can't think any farther than finding my daughter. Excuse me.
That could have gone better.
It's okay. You did everything you could. Now all you can do is wait.
Comfort. It's the feeling your baby has when she's all wrapped up, warm and happy. And Carnation Good Start helps keep her feeling that way. Good Start's the only routine formula whose proteins are broken down into smaller pieces to be easy to digest in baby's tummy. They're called comfort proteins, and only Good Start has them. Think of it as comfort food for the two of you. Carnation Good Start from Nestle.
Papa loves mambo, Mama loves mambo. Look at him sway with it, getting so gay with it, shouting olé with it, wow. Papa loves mambo, mambo papa. Mama loves mambo, mambo mama. Don't play the rumba and don't play the samba, 'cause Papa loves the mambo tonight.
Women are forever in motion. So Carrie's put its new lotion in motion. Introducing new Carrie Fast Absorbing. This brand new Carrie penetrates fast, absorbs fast, to moisturize without a greasy afterfeel. Its unique aloe and vitamin E formula is fast absorbing to soften skin instantly. There's even one for sensitive skin. New Carrie Fast Absorbing. Strong enough to be Carrie, fast enough for you.
How about some puzzles?
Puzzles, huh?
Maybe I'll have a bike. Some CDs, a lizard.
A lizard?
Or some clothes. Or maybe the earrings.
Uh-huh.
Mom, she still doesn't know what she wants.
Need a little rescuing? Get to McDonald's for toy candy dispensers like Buzz and Woody, based on characters from Disney and Pixar's new movie, Toy Story 2. Collect all 6. They're only $1.99 each when you buy a large sandwich or meal combination. Now, where do you get the sweetest toys this season? Did somebody say McDonald's?
I'll miss this place. And, everybody here.
You're gonna come back to the States at least to visit, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
I guess I can give this back then.
My horse charm.
Yeah, I found it in the snow the other day after you bolted.
I used to think it was good luck.
Well, it is. Sort of. I mean, brought us back together, didn't it?
You keep it. I mean, if you want it.
Of course I want it. I thought about you and dreamed about you before I even met you. I told you, Daisy. You're my dream girl.
I won't forget you either.
Here. Just to make sure that...
Jane, I can't take this.
Yeah, that's a St. Christopher medal. It watches out over travelers and taxi drivers everywhere.
I love it. I'll never take it off. It's perfect.
No. You're perfect.
Ouch, ouch. Whose side are you on anyway?
Where? When? How did you get those?
My insomnia finally paid off.
You mean you were prowling around
What are
last
you
night?
talking about? Dead Fred was guarding these.
And you didn't tell me?
Oh, you weren't gonna keep them?
Oh, and you were.
Well, until our friend Isaac showed up, I was gonna give him to the cops, but now I was hoping they would buy us some information.
Then maybe you should hand them over.
What are you gonna do in turn?
Give you my goodwill.
You know, I was kind of thinking along the lines of some names and some phone numbers. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah?
Let me just give you my card here. It's my number at the Argus.
I'll be in touch if anything comes to mind.
Can you say goodbye 100 grand?
Well, actually, I'd rather kind of say hello to a hot meal. You coming?
Hey, you gotta level with me.
I don't even want to think about that night, let alone talk about it with you.
You're gonna have to talk about it in front of an entire courtroom full of people, so help me out here. You say that Alec Wallace gave you evidence that implicated himself?
Yes.
And then what?
We had dinner, we talked.
So you had dinner and you talked, and what else did you and Alec Wallace do that evening? You cleared the air, so all is forgiven and forgotten, and he's no longer the suspect in a murder because the statute of limitations has run out, so you made love to him? Is that what you did, Mrs. Hughes? Did you make love? Just answer the question.
Is Coffee guilty? Yes, he is.
On December 10th,
Do I want to know what he did?
get ready
Take my hand, both. You see for yourself.
to walk the mile.
You're talking about a miracle. I just about believe that very thing. John Coffey is a murderer. He was found with the victims in his arms. I don't think he did it at all.
Tom Hanks, The Green Mile. Rated R. Starts Friday, December 10th at a theater near you.
Hey, I can blow this up to an 8x10. Wow, that's great. Crop in a little here. Red eye out. What a cute couple. I like this guy. Oh my, it's him. We both made the same picture.
Call for the Kodak picture maker nearest you and create a perfect gift for the holidays.
Take a breath. Notice anything? Well, if you happen to have a tic-tac in your mouth, you would. You notice your breath tastes fresh. And people around you would notice your fresh breath, too. Can you breathe without a tic-tac? Of course. But I wouldn't recommend it.
Look what Conair can do for hair. Take you from curly to straight hair easily with Straight Styles. Steamy Mist gives you extra straightening power, leaving your hair looking healthy, silky, and shiny. Get Straight Styles from Conair.
Don't touch! No, 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 no. Hold it! My family touches everything, so to fight bacteria, I switched from Lysol to something new.
New Clorox Disinfecting Spray, a breakthrough in fighting bacteria. Watch. Lysol's protection fades as the surface is touched, but Clorox keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria around the clock, up to 24 hours. New Clorox Disinfecting Spray, the only one that kills 99.9% of bacteria for 24 hours.
Look, you know, everything right now is exciting and new, and don't get me wrong, I think Abigail is terrific. But you're talking about taking on the responsibility of a teenager here, being a real parent to her.
So what are you saying? You don't think I can handle it?
No. No, it's just that, you know, I was about Abigail's age when I went through something so similar. Dealing with two mothers, divided loyalty, not knowing who I was, where I fit in.
I know, and it was very difficult for all of us.
Yes, it was. Remember? And I love Lucinda and Iva now, but being torn between identities was very difficult for me.
Lily, Abigail would be going from a family where she's an only child to being one of three.
Look, it's not that I don't want her here. It's just, I don't know if we've really thought about what this would really do to all of us.
So there. Now you'll never forget me.
I don't think I could if I tried.
So this won't be so bad. Maybe there's always email. You know, we could keep in touch over the internet.
I guess. If I ever get a computer way out there.
Like you'll find a way. I got an email address you could take down. You got a pen?
You can tell it to me. I won't forget.
It's Christopher H.
Christopher H.
At. One more time. Good.
I won't forget.
I'm gonna miss you, Daisy.
Please, you don't have to say that.
But it's true. I am gonna miss you.
You don't have to worry about being alone for too long.
Oh, yeah, right. And you're gonna get off that plane and some charming young prince is gonna look in your eyes and steal your heart away.
I think it's too late for that.
No. Daisy.
I have to go.
No, Daisy, don't go.
Please. Take care of yourself, Christopher. I'll never forget you.
No. Oh, no, Daisy.
Thank God for Al. The man knows how to cook a bird, doesn't he?
You know what? All I'm thankful for is the fact that we got out of that place alive. Between this dead guy, that Isaac character, and your big mouth, it's amazing we didn't lose our lives.
Wait a minute, that's a you're welcome, right? You're thanking me for saving your life. Listen, you eat that roll?
You let a man insult you, and then you handed him a small fortune.
Let me explain something to you. Isaac knows more about Mr. Wallace than he's letting on.
You really are certifiable, you know that? Why would he give you anything? You paid in advance, as good as cash, no strings.
Where is your faith in human nature? I mean, did you learn anything from spending your Thanksgiving in a warehouse?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I learned. I learned to keep my eye on you.
You know what? You keep your eye on Isaac. He will come around. I, Jake McKinnon, know people.
You can't evade this forever, Mrs. Hughes. Did you and Alec Wallace make love that night?
He tried.
He tried? What? He tried what?
He became affectionate, romantic. That's hardly what I would call love.
It is a simple question, Mrs. Hughes. Yes or no?
We don't have to do this right now.
Look, just try to get used to the questions, and it'll be a lot easier when you get on the stand. Now, come on, this isn't new to you. You're used to being grilled. You know what kind of a contender Jessica can be when she gets in a courtroom. Remember, the easiest answer is a simple one. Did you and Mr. Wallace make love?
I don't know what you want from me.
I want the truth. The simple truth. No.
Fine. No.
Yeah, see? That wasn't as difficult as you thought.